This week, our team began the test on our developed model for fermentation that we've mentioned in previous vlogs. To recap, the experiment we plan to send to the moon will ferment beer without releasing any CO2 out into the lunar environment for safety and sanitation reasons. We've created a model to help us dial in the right balance of volume and sugar concentration to prevent generating any dangerous levels of CO2. To test this model, we've decided to ferment the beer directly inside of bottles. This method is extremely useful because we can get some explosively definitive feedback if we generate any dangerous CO2 levels. After brewing the wort, another name for unfermented beer, we followed our model and diluted a small amount of the wort to our target sugar concentration. We then figured out a specific volume of this diluted wort and added it to a bottle, and repeated this for each bottle. Normally on Earth, gravity is used to help determine the progress of fermentation. Obviously, this brings issues when attempting to do this on the moon. Instead, we plan to use pressure to help determine yeast activity. Some of these bottles are equipped with special caps, which we can use to attach a pressure gauge and read the final pressure. The bottles are placed inside of an insulated bag, and the temperature is regulated to keep our yeast happy, while the rest of the beer is thrown into a fermenter to be dry hopped and consumed later. The yeast we are using is Omega Yeast Lab's Hothead Ale, which was the best yeast we could find for the job, and was provided to us for free by Omega themselves. It has a huge fermentation temperature range of around 60 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, making it well suited for the harsh conditions on the moon.
This week, we continue with the prototyping of our canister. It features a middle compartment that is slightly larger than the previous iteration, providing us with a larger volume to liquid ratio. The volume of beer brewed is proportional to the amount of headspace that we have. The ratio is roughly 1 to 9. For every 1 ml of beer brewed, we need roughly 9 mLs of dead space. This is due to the carbon dioxide released as a byproduct of the fermentation. The new canister will allow us to ferment around 20 milliliters as opposed to 10. In addition, the edges of the bottom and the top pieces have been filleted. The weakest part of a cylinder is usually the edges, and by adding the fillets, we have made the canister able to withstand more pressure.
As for the PR and operations for Team Original Gravity, I had a successful meeting with the Jacobs School of Engineering Marketing and Relations team. I have landed us features in the San Diego Union Tribune, the Jacobs Engineering Newsletter, the UCSD newspaper, and the UC-wide system. This is an approximate circulation of a total of 1,004,000 audience members, which is substantial exposure for both Team Indus and Team Original Gravity.